was playing last night as well. So
Yeah, he does play a lot, doesn't he?
there was Nico Riley, and there's another one. Um, Nico Gonzalez. Is it Nico Gonzalez? I think. He wasn't
I
playing, so
don't know.
he must have replaced Nico
Yeah,
Gonzalez.
yeah,
I think. Yeah, it's definitely something's got to give for him to
yeah, of
to
course.
be
Yeah,
there, to be included in it. But it's turning out to be formidable, really, with his goal scoring.
absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he's
yeah,
brilliant.
we hope to see more of him. And this is what he said after the game. He said the atmosphere at Man City is unbelievable. Right from my first week, everyone welcomed me and everyone spoke to me in such a way and made me feel comfortable. Everyone here just wants to achieve victory. That's nice, isn't it?
Mm.
The funny thing was, I didn't know he was English. I thought he was one of those players that came from abroad, like Ahmed and and the likes.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was English, but good on him. I thought he was Ghanaian. Right.
I
So the
think
next,
yes. I don't know whether just on that point. When you hear him speak, he's as English as you and me. But
yeah.
I think he could play for Ghana as an alternative. I don't know whether he's ever opted for one or the other, but I think he may have played for Ghana. But he certainly, I think, is Ghanaian by heritage.
Yeah, I think he has played for Ghana. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen him in a Ghanaian yellow jersey.
right.
So yeah, he has played for Ghana. I don't. He doesn't play for England. So,
No, no,
um, but
it's a
he is a
shame.
good player. It's a shame. Yeah, he's a good player
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
Yeah. So Xavi Alonso of Real Madrid is being fired.
he's
Uh,
sacked. Yep.
he's been sacked. And we have a replacement, Alvaro Arbeloa. I don't know what that is.
Never heard of him.
Never
No,
heard of him. Yeah, but anyway, he's assumed the. I think they've given him up to the end of the season to prove himself.
right.
Uh, so according to what I've read, so if he wins games, then he's more likely to have his contract extended. If he
Yeah,
doesn't, however, then they'll have to look for. Now, the only reason why I brought that up is because they were looking at um, Maresca, Enzo Maresca, at Chelsea. Now,
yeah.
yeah, what do you make of that? Do you think it'd be a good fit for Real Madrid?
Yeah, I mean, as you say, the guy they've taken on is sort of there for the rest of the season, like a caretaker. And I guess if he does well, like anybody in that position, they may take him on.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the feeling that Maresca kind of got himself sacked. Maybe that's not right, but when he did leave, he just walked away, didn't he? And I think we said the last podcast that he seemed to willingly sacrifice any payouts from because they've sacked him. But it may be that he's instructing his lawyers. I don't know. But again, I wondered at the time if he had other fish to fry somewhere else, then this might have
Okay.
precluded
Yeah.
him doing that. It's sort of possible. And the other thing I thought about Real Madrid was that Jurgen Klopp was in the frame. I mean, I think he's commented on the situation recently. I'm not too sure what he said, but I got the feeling. I think one time he said he wouldn't come back to the Premier League and manage any other club except Liverpool, which you can fully understand. But he left the door open, I think, for a big club, for example, in Spain,
Mm.
Barcelona or Real Madrid. The implication. So I'm kind of surprised, given his good track record. His good track record, particularly at Liverpool, he had some great years there. I'm sort of surprised that he's not more in the frame for Real Madrid. I mean, maybe he wouldn't have accepted a caretaker job to the end of the season. Maybe he wouldn't. You can understand that. But yeah, I don't know anything about the new guy. Presumably, he's got some credentials. Otherwise, Real Madrid wouldn't have gone for him, would they?
No, yeah, that's true. That is very true. They seem to be going these are we moving away? We're gonna come back to Real Madrid in a bit. But just briefly, are we moving away from an era of taking on managers with years of experience and probably older as well? Because it seemed the trend now seems to be going for younger managers, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, Arteta, Amorim, and then the new guy that we've got at Real Madrid is quite a young guy as
pretty
well.
young.
Are we seeing a trend of sort of moving or towards the younger generation? Is that what we're seeing?
Yeah, certainly the recent appointments would suggest that there is some sort of a trend. I mean, of course, Manchester United with Michael Carrick, I think he's been appointed to the end of the season again with the carrot of if you do well, if you get some good victories and the team perform, you'll take the manager's job. So again, another example. I mean, he's been the manager, I think, at is it Middlesbrough, and I think they've done reasonably well. But again, you'd have to say that although he's been at Middlesbrough for a while, and possibly somewhere before that, I can't remember, but he's still a young guy without managerial achievement so far. So I was a bit surprised that he became, the favourite and then took this job till the end of the season. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer seemed to be the favourite before that, and that potential move, I think, was fairly widely criticised in the sense that he was sacked a few years ago after the board decided he wasn't good enough and the results weren't good enough, so they sacked him. And now to want him back, which they seemed to do until recently, after that sacking a few years ago, doesn't quite make sense unless they consider that what he's done since then, possibly in his home country, is it Norway, may have maybe he's done something there that warrants giving him another go. But I think
Mm.
mainly it's because he knows the players, or not so many of the players now, of course, because they've had quite a lot of new players in the team. But yeah, I don't know whether it's always a good thing.